Look at this, gang. I'm the Hokage. Don't even think about looking at my butt, dude. Hello, Dr. Ethab. You know, last week I made a few predictions coming into this chapter. I was thinking that we would flash back to Robin and Frankie. Maybe get another lore drop if we were lucky. Dude, are you kidding me? What is this? What a crazy week to be on Twitter, too. Definitely the best week for One Piece Twitter. Absolutely insane, chap. Straight up. If you not caught up to One Piece, you about to get spoiled, gangsta. I did not know how right I was about to be on that lore drop. One Piece 1138, titled Harley. If you're not on One Piece Twitter, I highly recommend getting on it right now. Stop wasting time, dude. It was some of the most funniest and best stuff I've seen all year. The entire timeline was slandering the king of the pirates, bro. Like, you can slander any character you want, but the king of the pirates, dude, you're slander. Like, so many different memes about this guy everywhere. I could not believe my eyes, bro. I'm gonna have to make a whole other video going over these memes because some of them are too funny. Anyways, for the review, I'm gonna start backwards, so I'm gonna go over the ending and then make my way toward the beginning. Subscribe now. There were a few different translations that came out over the week, and I heard that TCB scans was one of the worst. Alright, first I'm gonna go over what I think is going on in this damn picture, first of all. And then I'm gonna attempt to make a translation here. So I'm gonna start from left to right. Well, first of all, I think that the picture on the right is supposed to be the first war, because when you read the first war translation, that's kind of what's going on in that picture. But I'm going to start from the left to the right. So it looks like what appears to be Emu. I mean, he's like a giant devil kind of trying to smack down all of these people. I don't know who else it would be besides Emu, unless it's like some kind of ancient god, but I think everyone's in agreement that that's Emu. He's holding the sun, and I think we're gonna most likely say that that's the Mother Flame, because we spent this whole time during Egghead setting up this Mother Flame, and there's just no way it has nothing to do with this war. Unless somehow it's the actual physical sun, but I don't think so. I think this is going to have something to do with the Mother Flame, because maybe the Mother Flame can completely just destroy this world somehow using with an ancient weapon. I don't know what the Mother Flame's all about. What I know is the Mother Flame is a power source for an ancient weapon that destroyed an island. So I don't really know, unless they're trying to power up the Mother Flame, unless they use a little bit of the Mother Flame and not the whole thing. I don't know. We need more information realistically. And when Vegapunk said he flew too close to the sun, that was just literally a end game panel right there. That was such a beautiful end game panel.
When Vegapunk is saying that he flew too close to the sun, could he be referring to the same sun that Emu was holding?
Nothing else like it. It was fantastic. I don't know if we're talking about the actual sun or what we're talking about, but my guess is the Mother Flame, because there's no way this beautiful panel was for nothing. Okay, then above Emu, it looks like we have Lunarians. I want to say that one's Laboon, but honestly, it could be just a ship, but it definitely is like a whale. I think it's got to be Laboon. And then we got my boy Emeth, of course, my goat. Then going down, we got the Kuja Pirates, the Wano Samurais. And to the left of the Wano Samurais, there's a giant. There is so many people saying that this is Loki. There is no way this is Loki. Loki was not around 900 years ago. I don't know where we're getting this from. This is a picture, not of the war that's coming, but of the war that already passed. So there is just no way it's Loki. If this is Loki, I will personally send everybody $25. It's not Loki. It's a giant, an ancient giant. I also have more to say about this giant when we get to the right side. I'll get back to that. I see Tontada. I see Poseidon. I don't know if I'm gonna say the fish under her is probably the Sea Kings. So this dude, Joy Boy, up here has got like the craziest allies of all time. Like, look how many allies he's got. I don't really know what's under the Sea King. I see some people saying it's the Grand Fleet. I could see that, but like I said, the Grand Fleet was just not there yet. It could be Joy Boy's allies, but it's not the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. There's another giant there too. Emu is fighting about 25 different tribes and it's probably like thousands of different people, dude. Like, this man is 1v5,000ing these people for 3 straight wars, dude. Are we kidding me? Obviously the dude's top 1. I see where the Roger slander's coming from now. The dude's taking down everybody. I think the only people on his side is this ship right here. It could be the Celestial Dragons, but there's 5 of them. So I want to say they're the Gorosei, but there's got to be 5 for a reason. It's not like he just drew this for no reason. There's probably so many different hints in this entire mural. So I'm gonna go ahead and say these 5 are the Gorosei. So the Gorosei and Imu versus the entire world. And then obviously Nika or Joy Boy. We don't know which war this is. Like I said, I think this is the second war. During the first war, we don't even know what really happened besides what we have in the translation, which I'm gonna get into. But this has to be the second war because it can't be the third war. Just confused why, if it was the second war, why Joy Boy is drawn as Nika. You know what I mean? Unless Joy Boy did have a shield and sword, but that would make sense. I need more Roger Slander, bro. It really made my week so much better. I don't got a problem with the guy, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? The right side of this picture is where things get really interesting. This has to be the first war. I see Zunisha, and it looks like Noah's Ark, but the king standing on it, I have no idea who that is. Well, because we don't really know anything about the first war in general, but... So if you look up above these 2 monkeys that are blowing fire, there's the moon. So I was personally completely done with the moon theory. I thought the moon had nothing to do with One Piece anymore. I thought this is just not canon. I thought the moon was completely gone from the story. And I was completely wrong, dude. The moon was a part of the first war, the moon people. You even see Anel's ship here. Anel's ship is here with a lightning bolt. So we're basically confirmed to have NL back, which I'm cool with. I mean, the dude's pretty funny. I don't know what the deal is with these people. I'm pretty sure there's 19 of them. The last time I counted, I could be wrong. But the leakers say that those are stars that they're offering. I need to get into these monkeys. Look at this dangling monkey that is hanging from the ceiling, bro. He is hanging from the ceiling, shooting fire from his mouth. But look at this. Look at this serpent on the right. This is what I was talking about earlier with the giants. If you look at the scales on this serpent, and then go back to the giant on the left side for the second war, around like his waist area, he's got like the same exact scales. So that's a little interesting, not gonna lie to you. Imagine he is Loki with this serpent fruit. I've seen people saying that this could be dragon too, but that was from anime, so I don't really know if that's considered canon, honestly. So Dory and Broggy once said that the great serpent soaked in blood is the only one that can withstand their attack. So I believe that this is the great serpent in blood because of what the translation says. But if you look at this picture, it's a very popular theory right now that this dude is the Red Line. And honestly, I see it, but he looks like he's destroying a whole city right here. Maybe this is like supposed to be the ancient kingdom.
Remember when my man's Laboon was banging his head on the red line? Could that be because he knows that the red line's not supposed to be there and that it's actually like a serpent?
So imagine the final war starts, then the red line gets awoken, I guess, for the final war. So there's no more red line. All the seas combine for the all blue. I mean, and then we're all fighting for the oceans. I feel like that's something I could definitely see happening, and I could definitely see this dude being the red line. There's just a bunch of pictures that I can show. Like, look at this one from Skypiea. There's a warrior with a shield and a sword fighting a serpent with a body. Very weird. And then they got this picture from Ohara. This one is what really intrigues me. There is the Earth in the middle where the sun's supposed to be, and the planets, the moon, the sun probably is orbiting the Earth instead of Earth orbiting the sun. So everything seems to be backwards, unless this is just a theory, but that is really interesting. So the Earth is where the sun is supposed to be. I didn't even notice this. I've never even known about this until everybody on Twitter's putting every possible theory out there. And there's going to be many more theory videos about what's going on in this mural, I'll tell you that. And now these angels that are spread throughout the mural, I could see them being the moon people based on the picture of Anel, which is literally like a very popular cover story now because it's very essential to the story now. We're going to be talking about this panel for months probably. I'm going to get into the translations now. I think that the third one is probably the easiest to understand, but I'm going to try my best to translate what's going on here. So the first world, which is what I believe is the right side of the picture. On earth there is flame. Mankind, overtaken by desire, touched upon the forbidden sun. So on earth there is flame. So this could either be like a will. On earth there is will. There's a will. Or maybe on earth is the original mother flame. Mankind, overtaken by desire, touched upon the forbidden sun. So it's kind of reminding me of like Adam and Eve touching upon the forbidden apple. That's how it was probably. The sun god said, don't touch the mother flame. Or something was going on there. And mankind, overtaken by desire, grasped it. That's what started this whole downfall of humanity, perhaps. The enslaved prayed, the sun god appeared. I mean, that's pretty obvious what that one means. The sun god appeared when people started praying for him to come and rescue them, basically. So after the sun god appears, the deity of earth is enraged. So the deity of earth is enraged. So we know that there are multiple gods from Skypiea, right? So the god of the earth becomes mad that the sun god appeared, or that mankind started touching the forbidden sun. Either way, the deity of the earth is mad. So this is why on the right side of the mirror, I believe this is the first world right here, because together with the serpent of Hellflame, the serpent of Hellflame is like this dude shooting the fire out of his mouth. This is the key right here. The word together in this sentence is what proves that the right side of this mural is the first world, because in this entire panel, the only area where there's two people fighting together is the right side with the serpent of Hellflame and the deity of earth. So that's who these two people are. So the person, the monkey hanging from the ceiling, is the deity of the earth in my opinion, and the other one is clearly a serpent, obviously. So he's the serpent of Hellflame. Together they engulfed the world with death and darkness. So together in the first war they took the world out. That's what happened because of mankind. So I don't think there was a whole alliance. It just seems like it was the sun god, maybe against the serpent of Hellflame and deity of earth. For now, I'm just going to refer to the deity of earth as the god of the earth, because that's basically what it means. They can't be met again. So this can't be met again is always coming back. It's either the sun god meeting back with humanity, sun god meeting back with the enemies, or this world. This entire first world can't be met again. There's something about this. But this is probably where the red line begins, because that's Serpent of Hellflame is probably just chilling there. Alright, the second world, this is what I believe is the left side of the panel now. In emptiness there is breath. The god of forest dispatched demons. So you could take this as the forest god created devil fruits. You could take this as the forest god sent actual demons to destroy the earth. I don't believe in that one. In emptiness there is breath. I believe that's like after the world is destroyed, there's still breath. There's still life. There's still like a will, like the will of D. Moving on, the sun did nothing but spread seeds of war. The people of the half moon saw a dream. The people of the moon saw a dream. So the sun did nothing but spread seeds of war. This is where we get into different interpretations of who the sun god is. Some people believe that the war was the sun god's fault, perhaps. I believe that the sun did nothing but spread seeds of war is just meaning that he formed an alliance to start the war against these evil beings. So people were interpreting it wrong that he was the one starting the war. Maybe he did start the war. The people of the half moon saw a dream. So when when Joy Boy originally formed an alliance to go at these different deities, people saw that as him spreading seeds of war, and therefore the interpretations of Nika or Joy Boy are always changing. The people of the Half Moon saw a dream. I believe that this is the D clan because of a few panels, and half a moon is a D, so that's pretty much what it is. The people of the Half Moon saw a dream. So the people of the D clan saw the vision. They saw what the sun god was talking about. They saw what Joy Boy was talking about. They're like, yeah, this dude's on to something. They knew what was up, and they knew even if they were going to get defeated here that the will would continue to get passed on. They saw the vision. Instead of saying they saw a dream, they saw the vision of what was going on, basically. The people of the moon saw a dream. This could be literally exactly what that means. The people of the moon saw the dream, or people of the moon meaning the god saw the dream. People of the moon meaning extraterrestrial, in space, whatever. Men became gods after slaying the sun. The deity of the sea rampaged. They can't be met again. So here we got they can't be met again, because that's probably when the world got destroyed. The world would not be met again. But men became gods after slaying the sun. This has to be about Emu. There is no way this is not about Emu. After they killed the sun god, after they killed Joy Boy, Emu became a god, or he thought of himself as a god. But it said men became gods, so it's referring to multiple people, and we know that there's 4 gods, so there's got to be something else or someone else here. The deity of the sea rampaged. So after Joy Boy was slain and Emu became a god, the deity of the sea can either be the deity from the devil fruits, or I could even take this as Shirahoshi rampaged. The ancient weapon rampaged over the earth after the sun god fell. It's definitely multiple ways we can interpret this entire chapter, and I'm gonna have to make more videos about it. Now the third world, this is probably the easiest for me to translate here. I've been reading over this since Wednesday, since we first got this translation, and it's starting to make a lot more sense the more I read it, honestly. In chaos there is void. The troubled shadow remembers the promised day. See, now the only thing I don't really understand about this is in chaos there is void. The word void makes me think that we're talking about the void century, but I don't understand the chaos. Maybe in the chaos of the war, everything was eradicated and created the Void Century. But now we're talking about the third world. So the Troubled Shadow remembers the Promised Day. So obviously we're talking about Emu. What if Emu's like identity reveal is him literally just being the shadow? Like maybe this is his identity. Like maybe this is literally what he looks like. Like maybe he doesn't have an actual identity. Maybe the dude is just a shadow, walking shadow. He remembers the Promised Day and listens to the sound of the fragmented moon. Going back when it said that the people of the half moon saw a dream. The people of the half moon. Like that's literally the D clan. And then in the third world it says the sound of the fragmented moon. What does fragmented mean? Like a piece of it. So the Troubled Shadow remembers the Promised Day. We're talking about Emu being the shadow. He remembers the Promised Day from the Void Century, where Joy Boy probably said the same words as Whitebeard, you can never kill the man's will, his will be passed down. So that's probably what Joy Boy said to Emu right before Emu killed him and then became a god, that he would come back and later finish what he started. So Emu remembers that Promised Day, and he's shivering a little bit. That's why he was a little scared of Joy Boy, even though he was like 1v50 in them. He listens to the sound of the fragmented moon. He listens to the sound of the D people on Earth, seeing what's going on he's in Marie Joie, listening to the sound of the D people, listening to what's going on around the world. The sun god dances and laughs, and leading the world to its end. So Luffy ends up destroying the current world, everything that it is currently. And then the sun will return, so hope will return, brightness will return, no more slavery, everything, the light of the world has returned. And so comes a new morning, a new start, and they will meet again. So finally we have liberation for everybody. So that's the way that I would interpret it personally. I'm sure my interpretation will change next week, and when it does, you best believe it'll be in a video. After my Roger Meme video, of course. Somebody's gonna get this panel right, and it's gonna be me! Who said it couldn't be me? It's gonna be... Now to the rest of the chapter, which nobody cares about, but...
I take my apology back. Shanks is still a rat!
We find out that the Cerberus fruit is not Blackbeard's fruit, but it's Shamrock's sword's fruit. Very interesting. I actually kind of like it. See that he can disconnect it from the actual sword and still keep the actual sword. He can disconnect the sword, have Cerberus attack, and still have his sword. If I were to make my top 20 again, I'd have to put him in there. But maybe Blackbeard will end up taking down Shamrock, thinking it's Shanks, because we are already seeing people getting confused and thinking that this is Shanks in this chapter. So maybe he'll end up stealing that fruit. Well, we don't even know if it's a fruit. I think it's probably from Emu's power because it doesn't have like a no me next to it. Because Gunko's does, but when Shamrock's is revealed, it doesn't have the no me. So another thing, once Luffy mentions Roger and his crew, we flash over to the Mystery Man, who was confirmed now to be drinking with Crocus in the cover story. And he's the silhouetted man from the island. But as soon as Luffy mentions Roger's crew, he shows up on the panel. I mean, that's clearly from Oda, and he's walking towards the castle, so he'll probably intercept with Luffy soon. But I really did not believe in the Scopper Gaban theories, and I was actually against them. But unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be true. It looks like it's going to be him, and I hate that. Not because it's bad, but I just did not want it to be right. Like, I was like, there's no way you just randomly think it's Scopper Gaban, and then it's actually Scopper Gaban. Like, that's retarded. For the community, it's not bad writing. I don't mind at all if it's him. It would be hilarious if it was him, that the community was right. But people saying it's Shiki, why would it be Shiki? It could be, but why would it be? I've seen people saying because of his 20-year promise. Wasn't that the exact plot of the movie? I don't know. So I predicted the lore drop and the flash away in this chapter. So here's my prediction for next chapter, 1139. I think that we'll see who Shamrock is calling in, because he's calling in somebody else. He's calling another God's Knight to the island. Because he need help. He a bum. He can't take down all the giants. Hashtag not in my top 20. We'll see who he's calling in probably. I don't think we'll see him make a move on Elbaf in this next chapter. If we do, I'd be shocked. Because stuff is moving fast, so I would like it like that, but I won't expect it to move that fast. If it does, good for us, dude, honestly. So I would say he won't make a move on Elbaf till 1140, probably. But in this next chapter coming up, I think that they'll get ready for that move and prepare for it. And I think Luffy will probably end up finding Loki in this next chapter coming up. Maybe end up saving him from Cerberus. I would hope that we will get another lore drop, but I'm not expecting it. If we get like a little bit more addition to what we already got, them talking about it, them trying to translate it, something like that, that would be cool. And of course, like I said in my last prediction, I really want us to flash away from Elbaf and see what's going on around the world, which I think we will do soon. I don't think we'll be only here for too much longer. I think we'll get a flash away soon for a few chapters, and we'll come back. Because we do gotta see what's going on. I mean, it's the final saga. But that's it. That's all I got for 1138 review and discussion. Let me know what you thought about the mural. Give me your predictions. Give me your translations. My meme video will be out eventually. My Roger slander video. I'll see you next week.